Hello everyone. So, this is a flip through, but it's a comparison as well. Because I have the indie and the mass produced version of the Sacred Self Care Oracle. Co-founder of was it because it's created by Goddess Provisions, which is Jill Pyle, and the illustrator is Tatiana. She's gonna oh my god. I've talked to her on Instagram. This is funny. I'm trying to. It's like Tatiana. I'm just gonna be like Tatiana. I don't want to butcher your surname, but Vendinkina. Okay, I've attempted it. She can tell me off afterwards. But so I was looking at the difference now. The mass produced one is obviously bigger size, so it's an Oracle deck size. The indie one is a tarot deck size, so it's like this narrow, slender kind of thing. And I was looking through it, and I did notice there was some differences. Not in the art per se, but more in like the text. But that's about it. So I'm going to do a comparison regardless, and it's going to be nice and quiet. And then at the end of the little flip through, I will go through this one in greater detail. So let's just get into it. Okay, so we're back now, and we have the decks out, backs facing up, and you can see the pattern's the same, the shade is the same. It's just obviously this is an Oracle deck size, and this is just a tarot deck size. That's just how I'm going to put it. The boxes are phenomenal. That's this one. That's the inside of this one, and the same is on the inside of the smaller one. The little phrase is the same. Obviously the font and the colour palette has changed because the theme is obviously like this purple rather than the black and space. It's still the same, just it's a bit more. I can see why they changed it though. Like, it's nice to update and revamp things. So obviously it's more appealing that way. The only thing is with the indie one, it doesn't come with a book. Whereas here's the little guidebook for the mass produced one. This was quite interesting. It goes in alphabetical order, and with some cards you get a meditation to do, and some you don't, because obviously one's like called chakras. So in order to work on your chakras, it tells you. And then there's stuff you can do in your journal work, like it says journal prompt. How do you feel when you drink tea? This is one about tea. And then if I go back here, there's the one I was talking about, there's the chanting. So I was like showing you how to chant. And it's really nice. Now it's just pretty straightforward, and there's like a small little mantra meaning, like as a keyword kind of phrase, if that makes sense. This is like so like it's the indie deck I got secondhand off someone for €10. And then I bought the mass-produced one for literally €5 more. And I was there going, this is such a great deck to have in a collection. But for an everyday use thing, it's brilliant. Like, everyone needs a self-care deck. I don't care if you're not feeling well or if you're feeling fine, you need a self-care one. So, let's get into this, and I'll start doing the flip through. Indie. So that was the flip through, nice and quiet, nice music, all that lovely stuff. Now, the layout of this video is a little bit different because I've never done a comparison like this before, but like I do normally, I put the cards aside, the ones I want to talk about at the end. Same thing, just this time it's 2 decks. 2 decks of the same deck. So the one I noticed was 51. Well, firstly, it's called Connect with the Moon in the Indie, and they're given numbers in the mass-produced one. They've changed the name from Connect with the Moon to Sync with the Moon. It kind of makes more sense, because if you're already connected to the moon, everyone's connected to the moon to some degree, we might as well be syncing up with it. Like, sync up with the moon phases and all that lovely stuff. Do you know, like, getting back with the way of things. But, like, yeah. And there's not much difference with the image. The cardstock, I will say, by the way, this one is beautiful. They're both just as good, like, but you can tell there's, like, a finish difference. Like, this one's gonna, it's like a bit, it's more like a soft matte, whereas this is, like, a glossy matte, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's satin. It's like in between the two. But yeah, so that's that one. I'll just put them back in their box or their pile. So next we have Massage. Massage, I noticed the image has changed. We don't see this woman's lovely floral tattoo anymore in the big one. Only a little bit. But it's like obviously just make room for this how would I put it? It's not a border, but it's the bit where the text goes. And they've changed the colour of it as well. It's nice, yeah. This one I had to see again because the woman inside, the goddess inside you, is bigger. She's bigger in the bigger. The woman looks about the same size portion-wise, but the image of the goddess is bigger. So I like that, the little change, like the saying the goddess is bigger on the inside. Whereas here she does look a bit like lost in the image. But yeah, still very pretty. The one was it the Connect with Water or Flow, like they changed it to Flow Like Water. And the water down here is like purple. It's, you know, kind of more blue toned than the indie one. So yeah, it just flows nicer, and I like how it says connect rather than connect with water, flow like water, so go with the flow rather than connecting with it. Time with friends has changed to spend time with friends. This girl has moved down a bit to make room for a bigger like mat, I presume. But yeah, no, it's still pretty. I love this deck so much. I might use one for travel and one for home, if that makes sense. So we have Meditate. They got rid of the river, I've noticed. They moved this river that's here. It's gone now, so it's just focused on the girl that's meditating. It doesn't really change the meaning of the card. It's just nice to notice that they did little updates, and yeah, that's what I noticed. They moved the river. Next is the altar one. I'm going to say the altar one because it says create an altar in this one and make an altar. So it doesn't really change the meaning as per se, but this one sounds like more like you better make it. Like it sounds like a command more than create. So you have to start thinking of how you want your altar to look like. So I don't know, just sounded the phrasing was a bit different, that's all. Next is breathing, deep breathing. They just moved the woman. So she's now waist up rather than hips up, if that makes sense. So she's more zoomed in and you can actually see the planets a bit better. But yeah, still the same meaning. And lastly was chanting. You don't see her friends in the indie, but her friends just appear in the indie. I love that she's chanted her friends to life. I like that one. She's just chanted the friends into being kind of thing. Oh, that's just kind of funny in fairness. But yeah, that's the deck. It's lovely. So I have no idea if I've done the I'm going to find out if I've done the Indium on its own. But yeah, we're going to shuffle this and just do a quick little self-care ritual thing. Why not? What is our lesson for today? Got like that one. Look at the stars. Okay, so let's see what the book says about look at the stars. So let's just set this all up and pretty. Yeah. What does look at the stars mean? Number 31. Okay. Look at the stars. Every time I hear look at the stars, I just hear Mufasa in my head. Look at the stars, the great kings of the past. I'm trying to be serious, but Lion King references. So, the stars reflect my magic. As above is below, the ancient aphorism represents how our human experience reflects the movements of the stars of the universe. Just as our ancestors did, we can look to the heavens for insight into our shared experience as people on the planet. Astrology is a powerful tool for recognizing patterns impacting the collective consciousness, which we can often see play out among our friends, family, loved ones, community, and our own life. Deepen your understanding of yourself and the astrology patterns through self-study or by working with professional astrologer. As you tune in to different astrology seasons, you can gain great insight. This is very weird because I was like, I should really start learning astrology properly. Insight into what energies are working in your favor. This practice will allow you to flow with the energies instead of feeling like you are swimming in the opposite. Oh my god! Because if you have because I have no clue of what moon phase, what planet's in retrograde, what planet is in moon phase, what planet is in sun phase. I've no idea what any of that means. So yeah, that's interesting. The journal prompt: how can you best work with the current astrology season? If you're unsure what is it, take a moment to look it up and read about it. Oh, there you go. Looked at the stars. So guys, that is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle mass-produced version. I am so amazed that this deck exists and it got mass-produced because it needed it, and like it's just so nice though. I did get this secondhand, but you know. Anyway, here's all the social media stuff there for Goddess Provisions, and I believe Tatiana is just called Tatiana Venkina on Instagram as well. So if you want to follow her, the artist who made this deck as well. Yeah, so that's that then. I'll leave that there, guys, and I'll see you all very soon.